Brethren, I pray you sing a new song. Sing praise in the assembly of the righteous. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let the high praise of God be on the mouths of the saints and a two-edged sword in their hands to execute vengeance on the demonic nations and punishments on those peoples, to bind their kings with chains. This honor have all his saints. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Sing to him a new song.
Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 1. At the same time, said the Lord, will I be the God of all the families of Israel.
Of who?
Of Israel.
Continue.
And they shall be my people.
They're going to be his people. They don't, not everybody. No, he's not coming for everybody. That's how, you read that scripture, how do you get, oh, he's coming back for everybody. You can't do that though. It's saying that clear as day. Now, can you get that? You got that Isaiah 45 and 17?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
An everlasting salvation. Continue.
You should not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.
World without end. We're going to be saved, and it's going to be a world without end. You know, we try to bring this out. People don't want to hearken and listen. And this is a cut to John 3:16. And people like to say how God so loved the world. Well, explain that scripture then. It's a world. We are a world without end. You know, and I don't understand how you can get that confused thinking he's coming back to save her. You know, and we out here preaching to the lost sheep. Even in the cold, we're gonna be out here in the rain, the snow, the heat. You know, doing the will of the Father. Now, you got that? 1 Timothy 4.
Verse 18. For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is nothing else. So he said he formed the world to be inhabited. But for who? But for Israel. He said, hey, the Lord said he made the world for our sakes at the end of the day.
Look it out. Oh, you got that?
So ain't no way in at all.
No.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 4.
First Timothy. Say first. Yeah. Oh, that's 2 Timothy? Yeah, I'm sorry.
2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 2. Preach the word. Be instant. Be instant in season and out of season.
In season and out of season. Continue.
Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
We come in here to reprove the brokenhearted. We come in here to rebuke the Esau and these other nations, and we coming out here to patch up the lost sheep and to tell them who they really are according to the Bible. Y'all not Christians. Y'all not Buddhists. Y'all not 5%ers. Y'all not none of that. Y'all are the chosen people of Yahweh. That's right.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 8. And it shall be in that day, the living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be, man. Just a quick precept. Hey, in season, out of season. In summer and winter shall it be. But hey, when you actually read that chapter, it goes into something else too. You know, it's a lot more to it. But quick precept.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 44 and verse 1.
So going back to the Israel being chosen.
Yet now hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen.
Who is it? Israel who he has chosen. He didn't choose everybody. But how do you get that? Like, I don't understand. We bring out these scriptures, and how at the end of the day you get that he's coming for everybody. If we bringing out scriptures that he's coming to save Israel, not the whole world. And people run to John 3:16, like they really know what that's talking about. But that's not talking about the whole world. I wanted that revelation.
This is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem. Half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. So just to throw more on it real quick, you know I could have did that the first time. That former sea is what we in right now, the former sea, the old world. you know, when that day comes, he say heaven and earth shall pass away. Done. So the Henderson was the world to come when we back in rulership. So in both of those, the Formacy and the Henderson, living water should go out from Jerusalem, even in the winter and even in the summer. That word gonna always be coming out. And when we back on top, it ain't gonna be nothing but righteousness, nothing but the word. You know, we're gonna teach these other nations to be righteous. You know, hopefully they can get in line or get put to death. You know, we're gonna rule them with a rod of iron.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Got that. Hold on, but back to what I was saying. I wanted to get this scripture out earlier, but white people particularly, they want to know, and Europeans basically, they want to know why we call them the devil. Because if you know what a devil do, it deceives people. You know, they put up this false image like he was white, like he had blue eyes, like he had stringy hair. I seen a picture on Facebook that they had a white Jesus with fringes on. You saw that? They had a white Jesus with fringes on. I seen that too. What kind of? Get that.
Hey, even then, look, like that's how you know they watching it. They know what's going on. Like you know, they still gonna continue to be the foul preacher. You know how they always been deceiving the masses. I didn't even know that they put fringes on the white Jesus now.
I didn't know that.
You know,
Vagabond!
hey, for real. Hey, Esau getting out of hand. Like I said, hey,
Man, they gotta be destroyed. Like,
Fugitive!
For real. Read that though.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out of the Slakia. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil. And the Satan which deceived the whole world.
He deceived the whole world, and that's what Esau's doing. They're deceiving the whole world, like everybody can be saved. Like they're trying to like get rid of us because they know that we know the truth. They know who we are. You know, that's why the whole thing with those two, I believe it was Israelites, that they tried to say shut up that Jewish like place or whatever.
Right.
But you saw the reporter dude, he messed up on what he was saying. They know that we know the truth, and they're trying to get rid of us. But it's not gonna happen. We're gonna still come out here in season and out of season and preach the gospel to the lost sheep.
hey, we're gonna always be victims to Esau propaganda. They're gonna always portray us to be a certain way, other than who we truly are. You know, we don't like y'all, don't mean we are hateful people. You know? Hey, we got so much love for and compassion towards our own people. You know, that don't mean we full of hate or we all about hate. You know, but Esau propaganda gonna always portray us as being, you know, a hate group.
That's right.
You know, but black extremists.
Right.
You know, terrorists. You know.
And to go off that, they'll be like the black Hebrew Israelites. I go into work and one of my trainers was like, yeah, so it's a couple people I've been training, you know, they was like, yeah, they've been seeing a couple black Hebrew Israelites. I'm like, we're not just black Hebrew Israelites. We're the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
You know, it's not only just black people. You see, like when they related to hate, they like to throw black in there because they like to portray us to be hateful people, thugs, and that goes into TV shows. You know, I used to watch all this drama stuff when I was in the world, you know, love and hip hop, all that stuff. I ain't afraid to say it, all this stuff. Bring it out, all this stuff, and they have majority of black people on there, you know, fighting, you know, even Bad Girls Club fighting and all this stuff, all a bunch of drama, and they'll get on TV and be like, yeah, there goes those niggers again, you know, all this stuff. Like, now I look at it from that perspective, it's not even funny, because we're so lost, we're entertaining them, you know, and we giving them the ability to call us these names. If we're all to rise up and come back to who we truly are, they wouldn't have like nothing to say about us. They'll still try to find something to say, but it wouldn't be nothing there.
It's a lot. That's going into that propaganda that they use. That television shows and stuff. All that is
Program.
Yeah, that's predictive programming. That's just propaganda to portray us a certain way. We know whenever they go into war with something, back in the day, they used to go into war with people. And we was going to war with, I think, Japan. They would have these like racist Japan cartoons going on and stuff, and everything would be just racist, and that's their propaganda, because they want America, they want the United States to hate Japanese people, so they're portraying them a certain way. They doing us the same way, but they just not putting in that kind of light.
And let's go back to the TV shows, like the brother was saying, love and hip hop. You know, all these basketball wives. You know, hey, guess who watching those shows?
White
Hey,
man.
the daughters of Zion.
Yo, that too.
That's where they get all their habits from, watching them shows. You know, our women on there acting all, out of order. They don't know how to portray themselves. That's going back to that proverb. As the mother is, so is the daughter. I believe Ezekiel 34:31. Might be wrong, but that's a true proverb. That's a saying. Hey, it's another one in Isaiah saying, children are oppressors and women rule over them. Our women are out of order. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to stay in line. Hey, a virtuous woman is the most powerful woman, but they want so much power. Your power is within your role, within fulfilling your wifely duties. You know, that don't mean you just only what's the word? Compel or only just strictly doing your home duties. Or just your home duties. You're not just limited to that. You know, because a lot of Israelite women think that's all it is to it. You know, you're limited to just the house. You know, it's a lot more that come with your role. But it's actually learning and filling in your role and being willing to learn, submitting yourself to your husband. Because that's the problem with our women today. You know, they not really submitted at the end of the day. That's right. Hey, to submit yourself. Hey, he said, I believe in Colossians, he said, submit yourself to your husband because it is fit in the Lord. So you submit yourself to your husband, literally placing yourself under complete control of your husband. You let your husband make the cause of decision your desire is towards him. But that's never the case. You know, even though a woman may be righteous for a moment or seem like she is, at the end of the day, still they're gonna be the same thing because they're not really doing that. Submitting to their man, to their husband, falling in line, falling in order. You know.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know, women, when we like to tell them, like we tell them their role and we be right, and they think we trying to like bash them or like tell them something wrong or think we trying to run over them or something. That's not the case. You know, they don't want to be submissive. They don't want to be a woman of the Lord. You know, they want to still be in this lifestyle in the flesh and stuff, and we can't get down with that.
Hey, what's your name?
Andrew!
Andrew!
Over here, Andrew!
31st.
Watch him pull that thing out. Watch him pull that thing out. Watch him pull that thing out.
Hey, you got it on you?
You ducking and dodging, Andrew. You got your wife, bro?
He said it's in the car.
Hallelujah. Lord, yeah.
How you been, man?
I've been all right.
Been all right?
Yeah.
You been to work?
Yeah.
You check out what we told you?
Jeremiah 14:2.
Look, he still got it. Look.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Hey, get Jeremiah 16:19 real quick. Jeremiah 16.
Jeremiah 16:19.
16,
Hey, hold on. So what Jeremiah 14:2 say?
Black is the ground.
Right, but who is black into the ground? What did it say before that?
People of Judah.
There you go. So the real Jews are black, right?
16, 19.
People of color, right?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. Andrew. You can't ignore scripture, Andrew.
I gotta get my book. That's why I gotta get my book.
So you want us to wait on you?
I mean, yeah. I want to. I don't know.
Hey, we here.
Okay. Be back. Come back.
Anyway, Andrew, that's funny.
Hey, read that. 16:19. Really, I'm gonna wait till you get back.
So,
We can read it now, though. Hey, Andrew took some from our last encounter.
man.
You know, he still ain't, bowed down. You know, he still want to be Esau. You know? But hey,
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies.
what?
Surely our fathers have inherited lies.
So Andrew, he finding out that his fathers, they inherited lies.
Come on.
Everything he was told was a lie. You know, he's still not willing to actually accept it all the way, but he know what's going on. He know he coming out of this book. You know, every word of God is pure. If any man speak, let him speak as the word of God. So right, man, he know what's going on. So we patiently waiting on Andrew. You feel me? Back to, you still got that, you still hold that for me?
So, back to what I was saying before we saw Andrew. What? You talking about women? Yeah, mainly with women though. Like we try to tell them everything about the truth. Not to do this, not to eat pork. Keep the Sabbath. know, all these things, don't worship this and that, but they still don't want to listen. You know, when I was dealing with women, you know, I would tell them more than like 4 times this and that, you know, and all these things. And then they'll still do what they want to do.
Right.
Now, when we read this scripture, it's gonna sum up everything. You got that?
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 26. For if we sin willfully,
Or if we sin willfully, okay,
after that we have received the knowledge of the truth,
after somebody have told you and warned you of, if you do this, you're gonna die, all these type of things gonna happen to you, continue.
there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
He's not gonna even look towards you, you know, because you already been warned this amount of times. You know, it's 2 times somebody gotta warn you about the truth, you know. But after that, that's just on them. But if they don't want to deal with you after the 2 times, that's okay, because they tried to warn you twice. But if somebody keep trying to deal with you and you like what he'll say, nah, fuck that, you know, hey, it's you done.
Alright, so I'm gonna piggyback off of the let this brother read the scripture first. Book of Job, chapter 39 and verse 17. Because you know, our daughters Zion, they watch us too. They see what we sin. So we don't want them to see what we sin and take all those things the wrong way. And that's the problem even now, just us as a nation. A lot of our women take what we sin the wrong way. And we can't completely throw that on the women at the end of the day. It's certain as a man, it's a certain way that we can go about things, actually helping them understand and making them feel important instead of less of a woman just due to their roles, because they don't realize how important their roles actually are, how powerful their roles actually is. You can read that though real quick.
It's the book of Job, chapter 39, verse 17. Because God has deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted her slacking. Neither have he imparted to her understanding.
All right, let me read that again.
Slacking. Book of Job, chapter 39, and verse 17. Because God has deprived her of wisdom.
He deprived them, so them to get this understanding is going to be tough for them to get it, you know, because we all know Eve was beguiled, you know, by the serpent first, and then she allowed him to get off, allow Adam to eventually wander off, but he deprived them of wisdom, you know, of this truth. Continue.
Because God has deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted her to understand.
So with that, he haven't allowed them to fully understand the truth. You know, a woman can walk around here and seem righteous, you know, wearing dresses and all that, but at the end of the day, he really didn't give them the wisdom to understand this. You know, and that's what like.
And just to clear it up, I want to say that y'all can't understand this Bible because y'all can't understand.
We
do have women that's, you know, that's in the truth, but y'all wasn't given that spirit of understanding. So that's why y'all have to learn from y'all men. Your man have to be able to be a man and a wise master builder. So like your man have to be a man and a wise master builder and able to break down the scriptures to a level to where you can understand and be able to come into the truth. So that ain't just saying that y'all can't understand the truth at all, but y'all wasn't given that spirit to understand it. Just you know, dive in by yourself. You have to learn from a man at the end of the day. You know, because the man was given that spirit to understand the scriptures. You know, the Bible is written to men. It's for men. You know, but this is the scripture I was looking for. So this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 12, and verse 23. And those members of the body. So right, we understand that us as a nation, we all one body. The woman, the man, you know, Yahweh shall be in the head, the father be in the head too. We all one body, you know. So for if those members of the body, which we think to be less honorable, upon these we bestow more abundant honor. And our governing parts are more abundant comeliness. So right, the people of the body that we think to be less honorable, and we can apply the woman to this because a lot of women look at us like we just don't, you know, we don't value them, we don't appreciate what they do, or the case may be. So those are the members that are less honorable. But the scriptures say upon these we bestow more abundant honor. So it's more, we supposed to bestow more honor upon to the women, because the women are actually important.
They are.
You know, when they being a virtuous woman, the most powerful woman alive. You know, so it ain't nothing we say is here to put you down. It's only to uplift our women, the daughters of Zion. You know.
You can get Cyrac 26. Going off the women, man. Hey, y'all can really be a good part to y'all husband without the nagging and a constant argument. No man want to come home after a long 8-hour or overtime shift and they come home to yelling, you know, why you do this, why this ain't done. Them asking you, so what we gonna eat for dinner?
It should be,
It's
hey, I
already
made you
done.
this for dinner. You know, it's in the oven. Hey, so can I touch on that a little
Yeah.
bit? You know, I ain't really said much.
Yeah.
But, man, whenever you got a woman that's doing, like a virtuous woman, it adds more into the husband. That's 26.
Yeah.
If I see this man, her woman moving how she wants to, you know, I'm want my wife to be around. That adds more to him as a man. Don't nobody want no woman who's stuck in the world doing the, you know, and we over here trying to get right, and we got our woman, our other half, you know, still in the world. That make it, it's a spoil. Don't nobody want to deal with that on a day-to-day basis. We didn't been doing this for too long for you to keep making the same mistakes. As a man, me, I find myself to be, I'm simple. I don't ask for too much. It don't take much to please a man. Hey, it ain't all about sex. Man, make me some food. I want something warm. You know, it ain't no, look, you know, put the house on your shoulders and move it up street. I'm real simple. You know, cook me some food, you know, have it done this way. I like it this way. You know, I'm cool. You know, don't be outside at night. You shouldn't have to tell your wife the same thing 10 times in a row. Hey, but when he told you that in Job, he told you it was hard for women to get it, so they got to work 10 times harder to get something that's so simple to us. So that's why he tell you in 1 Peter 3:7, you got to give honor to the weaker vessel. And you got to have patience with them.
Patience is key. Just with dealing with the daughters of Zion, for real.
So going back to the women, y'all do have abilities that's good that we like. You know, going off what the brother said. You know,
Hey, and a woman is more powerful when she behind her husband. When she following in the steps of her husband.
you know, not veering off to the left, want to do what she want to do, causing him to like go off or yell or, you know, you shouldn't want that. But read that book.
So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 1. Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife.
Blessed is a man that have a virtuous wife. You know, a woman that can do this and that can please her man, you know, that know her role, you know, to an extent, you know. Hey, that's what we want. If you know your role, it's nothing we can complain about, to be honest. But women out here, they don't know their role at the end of the day. They want to be like us. They want to be independent. You know how many women I talk to, just regular day-to-day basis, and they, yeah, you know, I want this and that, you know, I'm working overtime, you know, I don't need a man, you know, I can do it all out myself. You know, women want to be so independent. Like, come on, like, no, that's not how it really was made at the end of the day.
Hey, and just to touch on it a little bit, say you playing basketball, you got a team.